Hello there, if you're new around here, my name is Kieran and welcome to my channel. I'm a passionate travel photographer with a dream of converting a van into a camper to escape the rat race and travel all around Europe and beyond. In July of 2022, that dream became a reality and I'm in the process of converting my very own camper van. Oh, and did I mention, I'm doing it with no experience whatsoever. So join me in this episode of Self-Converting a Camper with No Experience, and don't forget to subscribe. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this. Welcome to another day of converting this yellow bus. And today, hopefully, we've got some cladding, which means, hopefully, we're going to be cladding the ceiling. And the colour I'm going to be using, well, hopefully, is dark walnut. I'm not sure how it's going to go, but we'll give it a go. I think what I'm going to do is I need to just double check that there's no leaks on the roof, but I'm going to put a little bit on just to see what it looks like and make sure I am happy with it. I'm going to put a little bit on first, then we're going to check the roof, then we're going to start preparing it to be cladded. So we're going to insulate the roof, put battens across to fix the cladding onto, and also put the vapor barrier on. I've had quite a bit of stick on social media for using a grinder constantly. I'll use a jigsaw, blah 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 blah. I had a jigsaw and it was absolutely pants. So I have listened and I have bought myself a new jigsaw. So hopefully that'll be a bit better. But yeah, let's get straight into it. We're going to put a little bit of paint on the cladding just to see how it looks, let it dry out. We're going to test the roof, make sure there's no leaks, and then we're going to start preparing to clad it up. So yeah, join me in this episode of converting our little van and hopefully getting the cladding up today. Let's do this. Okay, I'm not actually sure. I just opened it up and it looks green, but let's give it a go. It might turn out a bit different, but okay. Alright, it's not green. That's positive. Okay, I like it, I think. Might need a couple of coats, but don't look too bad. They don't look too bad, I don't think. What we're going to do is going to let that dry. We're going to test the roof, make sure there's no leaks, and then see if it needs another coat or whatever. Start preparing, and then yeah, but I quite like it. Okay, so I've quickly tested the roof, given it a bit of a flood, and we do have a slight leak on the fan. So we're going to seal that up. But other than that, it's looking pretty okay. So it's leaking about here, but what I can do is going to seal that up, let it dry, and then I'm going to crack on with the rest of the roof and start preparing it for cladding, and then come back to this hopefully when it's dry and retest it and then hopefully close this bit up as well. So, bit annoying, but it is what it is. Okay, so I'm going to cut the strips now for the struts for the ceiling, so we've got something to screw the cladding onto. We're using 6mm ply, and there's going to be 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 struts. Yeah, let's get these cut and get them on, and then start insulating the ceiling. Okay, so all we're going to be doing with these slats, if you want to call them that, is screw them up to the supporting beams of the van, and then the cladding fixes onto that across, if that makes sense. So yeah, let's screw these up, and then I think we can start putting down the insulation on the ceilings. How exciting. Yeah, I've sealed up that leak, hopefully. We will be testing it in a bit once it dries off a little bit, but for the time being we can get the rest of it up, and then yeah, how exciting. Let's get it up. Okay, so I've got the struts up, or the fixings for the cladding to go onto. I've put one right at the very end, which I've multi-sticked to the ceiling, and I've got a support frame till it goes off. But I think it's all okay so far. Now I'm going to insulate the roof, and then put our vapor barrier over it. What's the time? It is 2:30. I am going out at 6:30 because it's my mum's birthday, so we'll see what happens by the time we get all that done, and then we'll probably continue it tomorrow when we've got a little bit more time, and hopefully clad it over. So let's get the insulation down. The fan connections have come undone, so decided I'm going to solder the wires together to give it more strength. And yeah, so let's vapor barrier up the ceiling. I did say in the last episode I was thinking about putting in a rear vent slash fan, window vent or whatever. I'm not going to do that anymore. I ordered one, didn't like it, so I'm just going to keep it as it is. Also, I want to be able to have like a little bit of a sitting platform when I'm on the travels. So yeah, let's vapor barrier this bit, and then maybe start painting some cladding. I'm really liking how this has turned out. Maybe 2 coats, but no, it's looking good. I really like the colour. What do you guys think? Yeah, let's vapor barrier it and then see where we're at. so I have soldered up the wires. They're pretty solid, and I've tested it as well. It works. I did just record it, but the wind came in and you could barely hear me. But yeah, as you can tell, this is all floppy. It's quite hard to get it tight. So it is what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna test this in a bit just to see if it's sealed or not. If it's sealed, marvelous. We can close up this, vapor barrier it, and get it ready for tomorrow. Time is running out, so I do need to wrap up, and my van is absolutely messy as hell. It's an absolute pigsty, so I need to clean that up. Yeah, tomorrow's a dry day, so I'm going to start painting the cladding and hopefully put it on the walls. That I'm going to leave for now because that's just an absolute nightmare. I'm going to put the shrink wraps over and shrink them, and then yeah, not that productive, but it's still progress, as we always say. It's still going to be the same episode anyway, so I'm going to tidy up and I will see you in the morning, which is going to be the same episode. So hopefully by the end of this episode we will have a cladded roof, or maybe partially cladded. We'll see, but see you in the morning. Okay, good morning. Little bit of a late start today, a bit later than I'd hoped to have had, but I've just finished the insulation here and put the vapor barrier on. The multi-stick at the other end that I've done for a fixture for the cladding hasn't quite set yet, so I'm leaving that on probably for another day, but we are going to crack on anyway. We're going to cut some cladding to length and then get the paint on, which is insanely exciting. So yeah, and then hopefully by the end of today we can have some form of cladding on, which I'm very much looking forward to. So yeah, I tested the fan. There was another leak, which I think is the screws. I don't think I sealed the screws quite correctly, so I've just gone around and sealed them up, and then hopefully that will be the end of that. The external part of the frame that I built is solid. It's more of the internal bit, so I could still do the vapor barrier and insulation, but it's saggy a little bit now, but once that's on, that will lift it up, and then yeah, so let's start cutting and painting cladding, I guess. How exciting. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry for a little bit, and then we're going to apply a second coat. Hopefully it'll get rid of the brush marks, and hopefully these can go up on the ceiling. I really like the colour, I do. And then the walls are going to be white, so hopefully the ceiling contrasts the walls nicely. But yeah, four pieces of the cladding is painted and ready. This is the test one I done yesterday, and yes, dried really nicely, but a second coat will make it better. So I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna put a second coat on it. Okay, so it's dried now, and I don't like it, but I've been experimenting. So this is just one coat, but what I've done is I've gone with my blowtorch and just gone across that bit just to bring out the grain, and it actually looks really nice. So I'm gonna flip these because I don't want to waste any cladding, and just put one coat over them and then run it over with a blowtorch just to bring out the grain. I think that would look real nice. That already looks much better. And now we're going to wait for it to dry because we've just spent the whole day essentially watching paint dry, so why not do it for a bit more? Okay, so they're dry now. That's miles better than this side. It's just almost looks black, whereas that from the burns, nice textured, nice colour. Let's get the first one up, shall we? Okay, the first piece is up. I am going to be filling in where the screws go so you can't see them, but yeah, the first one is up. That's awesome. Alright, so we've got 3 partially up. I've just had about an hour battle just trying to get these fucking 3 up. I haven't screwed these 2 up tight because I'm going to approach it differently. I'm going to get 3 set together, and then because this is at a slight angle, hopefully I could just slip it in and screw it up. I'm going to do the same with this side. We have wasted 2 lengths, which is crucial. Well, 3 lengths now. So yeah, we're going to get the other lot ready, and then when that dries we're going to whack it up. But the colour is absolutely magnificent. Where the holes are, I'm not too bothered because I'm just going to fill them in and then paint over them again. So yeah, it's looking good, but a lot of swearing has gone on. So we're going to get the other lot ready, prepared, and then crack on. Right, that is me done for the weekend. Bit more challenging than what I thought it would be, but we have 6 pieces of cladding on. I do have one pack of 5 left. I did butcher up a couple of lengths, but we're getting there. I'm not too worried about the fan at the moment. I've covered it up for now, but what I'm going to be doing is marking it and then buzzing around the edge with a multi-tool, which should be fairly straightforward, he says. Haven't completely fixed it to the fixings yet. Screws are not in tight yet because the way I've been doing it, I've been leaving it a little bit loose so I can have a little bit more play to get the slats in, the tongue and grooves. I'm going to order up another pack of cladding, and I guess this is going to be a 2-part video, so this is the end of part 1. Next part we should finish the ceiling and hopefully wire up the lights as well, so that is rather exciting. But yeah, I've been doing it way longer than what I wanted to do, so I'm going to call it a night. Get ready for work tomorrow. It's not too bad. I can kind of stand up with if I stick my bum out, I can stand up, but it ain't too bad. Yeah, if you did enjoy this video, feel free to give us a little thumbs up, and we'll see you in part 2 of this absolute chaotic cladding of a mission. I thought it'd be a lot easier than what it is. It's actually taken me 2 days to get to this point. It's taken a lot longer than what I thought it would, but that's all part of the journey, right? So yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.